Trent cannot play like he did yesterday. Take the fourth goal, Nat.
Yeah, I know what you're going to say.
Trent was in the centre forward position when the fourth goal. He ends up literally tracking back, breaking his backside to get back to the right back position, gets there. He's obviously a little bit tired because he's made run after run down that side. And I was just, you can't continue with this, because all I'm seeing is the player that plays on Trent's side either scores a goal or creates havoc. And we all know what a wonderful footballer is. We know he can do the pass for Salah, that sort of ball that we saw yesterday. Mm-hmm. He can do all of this stuff. But first of all, you've got to be a right back. That's your first port of call, to be a right back. Every time Jack got the ball, Jack could take it at walking pace. He could just pick it up, walk, then move it, then make a run. And it's like, get tighter to him.
But whose fault is that then? Because this has been a conversation that everyone's been having for a very long time about Trent AlexanderArnold, and we know how great he is going forward, but it's the defensive side of things that let him down. But Jurgen Klopp has said for him that's not been a problem, because it's all about what he can do going forward.
Okay.
So surely, ultimately, Trent is doing what he's expected to do.
Yeah, it's not a problem when you're in the Premier League and you win the Champions League. It's a problem this season.
Yeah.
Because Liverpool now have lost 9 Premier League games and they've looked a shambles at time. I'm watching Van Dijk play to a standard that I didn't think he was capable of, because he's such a good player. I'm watching Andy Robertson, who looks shattered at left back. I know he played against Spain with Scotland in midweek. He looked shattered and played. Tsimikas should have played yesterday. He looked shattered from the moment that Mahrez got the ball. Both sides, City absolutely took it to Liverpool, and it was so comfortable in the end. Even when Liverpool went 1-0 up, I just don't feel this team is capable of stopping the opposition doing their thing, making it harder for them. Liverpool, as I've said many, many times this season, Liverpool are too easy to play against. And that was prime evidence yesterday of why Liverpool have been beaten so often like this.
It's strange how rapid this decline has been of Liverpool when you think back to this time last season, and they were in the hunt for an historic quadruple, as it would have been. Now, of course, they didn't end up doing that. They won 2 domestic trophies with the League Cup and FA Cup. But the demise of Liverpool has been so rapid, it's quite worrying. And you're talking there about Trent, but Trent's not the only issue in this team.
He's not. But it's a big problem if you keep conceding goals the way they do. Absolutely, Nat. There's not one scapegoat here. There's 4 or 5 at Liverpool whose standards have dropped dramatically. You can go into midfield. You're looking at Fabinho, who's not quite the player, and I think he's found it very difficult. Liverpool are going to get goals. I think any Liverpool fan will tell you. Núñez can get goals. Salah's got nearly 25 goals for club and country this year. He's got a great return for someone who's in a struggling team. I know Jota coming back and Diaz being there. Liverpool have got goals. That's not a problem. But when you can't stop goals, you've got a massive problem, because you're going to take... Liverpool. How many times Liverpool been beat by more than 2 goals this year? Quite a few times. They've suffered. And their performances have merited a defeat. What's the away record now? It's something like 8 defeats away from home, isn't it? 8.
It's poor, yes. I'll just got it here for you. It is, 8 defeats from home. They've only won 3 on the road.
3 on the road? Liverpool, the team that were undefeated, the European champions, the Premier League winners. I'm watching the shadow of the team. And Klopp takes some responsibility. The one thing I've always said all along, he's the man I want to try and change with what happens this summer to a Liverpool team that needs changing now. You can't keep going down. We can't keep going down this road of, it's going to come good and everyone's going to, play better. No, you need some major signings that are going to have a massive impact into your squad.
We'll talk more about this because Stuart Pearce will join us later on in the show. But a quick word then on Manchester City, because we're focusing a lot on Liverpool and their deficiencies. But so what we saw from Manchester City, was that a 5-star performance, or did Liverpool just make them look that good because of how bad Liverpool were?
You ever give good players time, they'll ruin you. De Bruyne, yesterday you read the article yesterday, big players turn up. He was probably loving it with his goal, and Alvarez and his movement is terrific. Did it without Haaland, playing John Stones at right back and looking really, really comfortable. It was there for City, and if you let really good top players play, they'll punish you to the highest level, and City did that to Liverpool yesterday.
Yeah, well, as a result then, Liverpool are... Oh, I've just lost myself where I am in the table. They are 8th. They've dropped down to 8th. They are on 42 points. They do have a game in hand over a few of the teams above them, but Jurgen Klopp has ruled out a potential push for top 4, or certainly doesn't fancy their chances of making the Champions League this season.